Mid arm pump. Got our boy. Team is strong out here. Coming stronger, harder than ever. 2017, baby. Mark my words. What's going on, LF fam? We are back in the mess that is called my room here. First off, I want to start the video by saying extremely excited about the fact that I was shouted out on Generation Iron. I don't know if you guys saw that. My last video, they posted it up, the alcohol and gains video. Super cool, especially coming from a page of that caliber where it's like more hardcore bodybuilding. So for the fact that they acknowledged that, you know, alcohol is going to be used and involved and trying to be smart about it, it's a very big deal. I was very honored by being shouted out that way. So in honor of that, boom, we're gonna open up a beer and have it post-workout. Just kidding. Had a shake post-workout and going to be having some post-workout carbs. Coconut choice has been my pick of as of lately. Yeah, so let's go into this on workout, guys. Is the thing even straight? So first, started out with some triceps. One thing I've been really trying to bring up this year is my triceps, specifically my long head. Just because naturally I'm not a big dude in the arms department, at least. I've always been narrow, so for me to get my arms to look a little bit decent, I gotta build up these triceps. So started out with some overhead extensions with the easy curl bar. And this one I do it in a two-part movement. You guys will see. I bring it down to my forehead, back, and then up again. That's gonna allow you to hit all three heads of your triceps in the full range of motion. So definitely a good one. That's by far my favorite tricep workout at the moment. I throw it in every time I do so, and then I finish off with just some presses, just to bang out, you know, get more blood in the muscle, better pump. So definitely try those out if you guys haven't. Just be careful when you're doing so. I know a lot of people experience elbow pains, but it's just pick a weight that you can control and be smart about it. So boom. After that, we moved on to cable overhead extension. Again, like I said, I'm trying to put a lot of focus on my long head. Doing an overhead movement for tricep would target a little bit more. You can't specifically isolate part of your triceps, but you could put emphasis more on one than the other. So doing an overhead movement will target the long head a little bit more. So that's why I go back to back on those movements. Anywhere from, yeah, skipping reps and schemes. The first movement I do anywhere from, I say 8 to 12, right? Bang, and then bang out the chest press. And then I move on to the overhead on the cable. Again, anywhere from 8 to 12, just because I'm keeping those first movements a little bit heavier. And then after that, went on to a little bit of a superset, from machine dips to rope push downs. Instead, I use the towel just because I get a better feel for that, but feel free to use the rope, just as good. Yeah, so I went into the machine dip. Just keep in mind, you're not trying to be too forward. You want to be kind of straight up and pressing down. If you're forward, you're going to be hitting a little bit more of your chest. You're doing sort of a chest dip. Being back a little bit allows you to hit more of your triceps. So keep that in mind when you're doing that one. And then cable push downs. Try to keep it in front of you. Don't bring it in. You know, you'll be working more chest if you try to bring it in. Again, keep it out and straight forward. So superset those two. 8 to 12 on the machine dip, and anywhere from 12 to 15 on the rope push down. That one I just kind of go to failure. I don't really count reps too much. Simply with arms, just because my main focus is trying to get blood in the muscle, pump, and just, you know, devour it that way. So next I went on to, did I go on to next? I believe I went into the dumbbell overhead, single arm at a time. That one's really good. I really like that one, simply because, again, I'm trying to bring up the long head, and anytime you're doing an overhead movement, you'll be targeting more your long head. Although, again, you can't specifically target one than the other, but you can put more emphasis on it. So did that, then went on to, I believe, the single cable extensions, right? So I started doing this one recently because when you do this, you kind of see that you're extending your tricep, and it's sort of just a natural motion to do so. So I figured, why not do that in the exercise? So I grabbed the cable a little bit above my head and just extend out. So really been liking that one, except for the fact that if you're not careful, you can mess up your shoulder a little bit, so be careful. Go very light. As you guys will see, I did like 15 pounds, 20 pounds. Kept it moderate, anywhere from 8 to 12 reps again. Yeah, so that was really good. Try that one out. And then I believe went on to which one did I go on to? Let me see, I'm just checking my phone real quick, because like I said in the video, ended up forgetting the memory card on the camera. Had to record with my phone. It is a 7, so it should be good. But after that, I ended up doing some over the shoulder extensions again. So back on the cable. Again, for arms, I really find it, especially for triceps, I really find the cable to be the most useful tool. Just because you get full contraction from the way down and back up. So dumbbells is cool, but you don't get always that contraction there. So definitely stick with that one and try those, give those a try. Okay, and then we started biceps. So from the last tricep movement, ended up going into inside curl, reverse curl with the easy curl bar, simply because I am trying to bring up my brachialis, right? So that's this little muscle right here. Always keep in mind when you're training bicep which head you're trying to hit, the brachii or the brachialis, simply because when your thumb is up and you're in or reverse, you're gonna hit more of the outside, give you more of like a width. And when your thumb's in or you're supinating, you're gonna be hitting more of the inside the brachii. So I'd be very conscious of which one I'm trying to do, which exercise. And like I said, I'm really trying to bring up the brachialis, so I would do a lot of reverse curls, supersetted with hammers. So anywhere from 8 to 12 on the reverse curls, and anywhere from 12 to 20 on the hammers, just to get the blood pumping, get the muscle growing. So boom, give that one a try. Let me know what you guys think. And then after that, went straight into preacher curl, single arm curl. Simply, I do this in a 3-part motion. I do first a hammer in, so you guys will see that. Simply just to target more of the brachialis, or outside head. Then I go into a half supinated curl, just to target more of the ball, the brachii. And then I go straight into what I might get some slack for is a little bit of a swinging hammer curl. That's just at the end of the rep. I'm just trying to get as much tension on the muscle going in. So form, it's not as important, but mind to muscle connection is the most important thing in there. So as long as you're feeling it, you're trying to focus on what you're trying to hit, you'll be fine. Then I went on to single arm cable curls. This one's more for the peak. Just make sure when you do this, you got the cable set high up and you're coming down in. So boom, that's basically what you want to go for. I did anywhere from 10 to 12 on those, and then switch arms, of course. And then went on to seated hammer curls. Again, supersetted with part 2 of half reps supinated curls. That's usually what I'll do. I'll try to do it a 2-part just to get both angles. And anywhere from 8 to 15 reps on that one, guys. So keep that in mind. And then lastly but not least, we did no wait, I got 2 more exercises. We did cable curls with the cable behind you, just to do more emphasis on the brachii, on that peak. Just make sure you're getting a nice squeeze. That one I really like. I really put a lot of emphasis on my biceps because of that one. And good, so give that a try. Anywhere from 10 to 15 reps on that and you'll be solid. And lastly but not least, I did some more preacher machine curls. That one I do a 2-part. Is I'm standing over it, sort of like a spider curl. Try to go heavy, squeeze. Immediately after doing that, drop the weight and just do a full range of motion, nice and low. Get your arms up and get a nice squeeze. So that's a good movement. I really like finishing up my bicep workout with that. Simply because you're already at this point, you're fatigued, but you're on a machine. It's doing all the controlling for you, the balancing. So it's good. And yeah, and then after that, I went into a physique update, which you guys will see now. Guys, so I figured it's been a while. Show you guys a little bit of physique update. Just the off season. A little reckless over the past week. You guys know.
As long as you're making gains.
Always making gains. So show you guys where I'm at really quick.
Looking good, homie.
So not too bad for a book.
Hold up. You see, you like the power of the hat, right? Alright, so I'll take my shit off and put the hat on. Wait, hold on, my hair got fucked up.
Hold on. Throwing it out.
For real, for real.
Alright, so
$35 with free same-day delivery. Click the banner or visit urbanstems.com/Pandora and use code Pandora to get an additional $15 off your first Urban Stems bouquet.
There you go. Let me just keep it going. There you go.
little sneak peek, you know. That's it.
2017 new
I
year.
think this year and a half of off season did me justice. So.
Yo, 2017, new me. That's it, new me. Bullshit. Hey. Yeah, you see that shit again, man? Yeah, we ain't seen no back poses. There you go. Nice. There you go. Wide, getting that back wide.
Bam, 2017, baby, coming harder than ever. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe. More of these workouts coming soon, more tips coming soon, and stay tuned for more vlogs. I got a lot of things to update you guys on. So boom, peace.
Yeah, I gotta get used to that. Remember, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, man, give us a subscribe.